Okay, I already opened the package. This is a second take. I know. Weird. All right, let's continue with the theme from last time. Talking about, is this a good character? Here we have this frickin' guy. My guy. So he is introduced as a comedic character. He is Kakashi's rival, which kind of builds him up to be a bit more serious, maybe more powerful than you at first think. His relationship with Lee, it's bizarre. They're not father and son. They look identical. They act identical, but they don't appear to be related, even though you don't hear about the family of either character. But they are sort of like physiologically the same, I guess. Excuse me. Lee can't use chakra. He's blocked. We don't know why. It's never addressed. He can't do any magic. Guy can, but he's not very good at it. But it is possible for him. So is this like a physiological condition that they both have? Is there like an undiagnosed medical condition in this ninja world where some people just have like stunted chakra networks? You feel like in a village where people are experts in this, maybe they could have figured this out, or at least tried to address it or like deal with their physiology. Maybe the Hyuga could have like figured it out and unlocked their chakra networks. It's not clear. They're not related. It's weird. I guess, Lee looks up to Guy. They sort of started the same way, neither able to mold chakra very well. And, Guy takes him on as an apprentice for that reason. He kind of has a build up. You know about the 8 gates, which seem like chakra. I guess they're not. It doesn't make sense. When you use them, you're covered in like burning energy that appears to be chakra, but Kasame says it's not when he tries to absorb an attack of Guy, the 6 or 7 gate or whatever. And he doesn't absorb it because he says it's not chakra. It's all punches, baby. He punches out an elephant, punches a peacock of fire out of his hand. Doesn't really make sense. The Guy survives till the end. He has the payoff. You see the 8 gates. It's really strong. It's the strongest thing ever. It's kind of dumb that he doesn't die. I mean, out of all of the characters in the war, none of them except Neji die, which is stupid. I mean, if you're going to kill Neji, you may as well kill a couple other characters. Probably Guy should have died. It's stupid that Naruto saves his life at the end through magic that is sort of never before seen. So he gets the payoff, the power payoff, the shonen power payoff, but we don't have like an emotional moment where he's dying, You could have seen some good stuff with him and Kakashi. That would have been good character growth or whatever. You could have seen Kakashi sad. I mean, losing another friend, right? That's Kakashi's thing. So, like the rest of his team, I think he has appeal as a character, but he doesn't really get the screen time to pay it off. He's kind of a silly, goofy character. So good character. I don't know that he's like good, but he's not particularly bad either. I would say could have been developed more. Oh shit, it's another frog. Okay. We said last time we don't know the frogs. If they were all mafia frogs, that would be something, right? If their theme was, we know Gamabunta is a big mafia boss. I don't think the rest of them are like that. There's some of the old guys like the Ma and Pa frog. They're like old people. But I think it would have been cool if the whole organization of frogs were all gangsters, That maybe would have added kind of flavor to it, but they wanted to go in the sage direction. And I guess it doesn't really make sense that Jiraiya would be learning, these nature techniques from a bunch of gangsters. Still, I think it would have been fun thematically. Is Choji a good character? Wow, what a question. He's kind of a one-note character. You do see him fighting against the Curse Seal guys. That's sort of like big character development for Choji, for Shikamaru, for Neji, and I guess for Kiba as well. This is the arc where those kids on their various teams sort of shine the most, like before Shippuden. Um, yeah, it was good. He was supposed to die, apparently. In the original draft or whatever, Kishimoto was going to kill all those characters, I think. Or at least Choji and Neji were going to die. And have that be kind of their arc and their sacrifice. Which is interesting, because he doesn't really do anything after that, so it does kind of, Neji either, it does kind of make it clear that he was supposed to die, and that would have been sort of a complete character arc. Yeah, not a lot of characters die in this series. And I know some people feel that that's kind of a weakness, that it is better to have a complete character arc end rather than just have characters kind of faff around doing nothing in the sequel. I do like his design. I've said before, I like his design. He's not a good character, let's be honest. Most of the 12 Konoha 12 are not good characters. They don't get enough screen time. They don't do anything in Shippuden. They could be salvaged if it was rewritten or added to, but as it stands, we have to admit they're not good characters. Now this is interesting. This is a new UR that we don't have, by the way. Sasuke, that's a real question, right? Is he a good character? Does he add to the story? He's a foil, he's Naruto's foil. He sort of excels where Naruto fails in the beginning. He goes off on his own. He doesn't, value people the way Naruto does, I guess. Their dynamic's weird. Their dynamic defines the whole series, and it's never really established. As I've said before, these two characters don't spend time together. And maybe that's the point. I don't know. It's confusing that you're trying to rescue your best friend, this guy, if you're Naruto, and you never really had any time to become best friends. Maybe Naruto is like going after the dream of having Sasuke as a best friend. I don't know. It's that I've always felt that part is a little weak. But he does have a lot of cool moments, right? He goes to the 5 Kage summon, he fights everybody. His power level sort of scaling thing, he's probably the most dramatic in the show, just because you see him go up against so many cool opponents. And that is pretty exciting. And he goes kind of evil and crazy for a while, which is good. It doesn't really make sense that in the end he comes sort of around to the good guy side. I think he's just gotten like too evil and insane by the end. He's like cackling maniacally, going blind, trying to kill everybody. I guess Itachi's ghost kind of, or his zombie kind of, talks it through with him. In general, all of the bad guys who turn good at the end of the show don't really make sense. Then they have one final fight before he finally gives it up. Fights Naruto even after the war, and then kind of reconciles. Again, I feel like there could have been more. There could have been more to this guy, He's kind of a cool Lone Ranger guy, and, that's an enjoyable trope. It's fun to see. It's always cool to see the Lone Ranger go up against strong opponents and beat them and get progressively stronger. I feel like he's not as fun as Naruto as a character, though. I feel like he's not as much of a main character as Naruto. There's not as much development. Naruto gets the most of it, the brunt of it, and Sasuke is a little underdeveloped, I think. A lot of cool moments, so I have to give it to him. Medium average good character. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts, viewers. This is a cool HR of Ino doing a knee shimmy dance. Back and forth, back and forth. Same thing with Choji. We have to admit, Ino is not a good character. She doesn't have enough time to develop. We just don't get enough time with anybody on her team, or any of the other teams except Naruto, for that matter, except his team. Her techniques are cool. The people in her clan are cool. Their moves are neat, We see more cool... What are these guys called? Yamanaka? We see more cool techniques from her clan from that guy Fu, who's Danzo's bodyguard, when he's like switching with the mist guy with the one white eye. Those techniques seem cool, but they don't really help Ino stand out as a character. Because, again, just not enough screen time, not enough comic time. Cool. I'm glad we got all new characters for that one. Let us know if you disagree in the comments about the quality of the writing for these characters. And we got 3 new cards, actually. A rare guy. Pretty nice UR Sasuke. And an HR Ino. All right. I hope you're a good character in your story.